Hi, my name is GOGO and I work at Surrey Hospital looking after lots of sick people.
Hi, my name is Ellen and I'm a paediatric nurse and I work in London looking after children, mostly with kidney failure and needing transplants. During COVID, my job completely changed really, because initially I was working on a paediatric ward, and then for the majority of our staff we moved around a lot into ITU and looking after adult patients, which is not what I know how to do, and it's not what my qualification is either. The way that we nursed completely changed in terms of, I'm a paediatric nurse, we're very close and personal with the children. We have a lot of long-term patients, so we look after children and we see them right from birth all the way through to 18, but then we had to be very further back and masked and gowned and visored and all of that.
Without my faith, I don't think I can cope with my job. We had a patient that had been with us, left and then came back, but he didn't quite leave the hospital and he came back. And he was COVID riddled. And I went to visit one of my friends during the pandemic because they couldn't go out because they were shielding, so I was doing their shopping. And he asked me, "Are you not scared?" And I said, "No." She said, "Why?" I said, "Because I have peace. God's giving me peace that is like beyond understand. I didn't understand it."
So I always have to remember that I believe I was called into the job that I'm doing. I think I was very clearly called when I was about 14. And therefore, I think I have been equipped for the job that I do. And so I'm different to GOGO. No, I'm different, as in,
Cool.
You're different in the way that you bring your faith into action, for sure. There'll be a lot of the day, like I'm not praying, I'm just doing my job. I think that I was gifted certain gifts to enable me to do the job. I'm called into that job to do it. And therefore, part of my way of living in faith is just living. Now that's, in some ways, I look at myself and go, "Oh, you are such a cop-out." Because you go, "Oh yeah, that's a nice, easy cop-out way of thinking about it." And sometimes that is definitely a cop-out. But sometimes you think, I was privileged to be given certain skills. I think we're all privileged to be given certain things in life, whether that be finances or abilities or whatever it is that we've got. And I was privileged to be given certain skills and given them for that role. So when I go to work and do a good job, which hopefully I do mostly do a good job, it's because I was gifted those things and I use those things. Now, I don't use them in a way that is what you would say traditionally particularly prayerful at all. But I suppose that at age 14 I said, okay, I'll do that. And I developed those skills that I needed and I used them. And that's, for me, a living out of a faith.
Yeah. Often the mornings are so beautiful. Sometimes the sun is rising, the first sun, everybody's asleep, the roads are quiet. And I worship him by thanking him for the most amazing day. And I talk to him and I honor him and I see the beauty in everything. I see everything. I think, you are amazing because you spoke all this into being. And it amazes me, and I always thank him for it and give him glory, because without him, none of this will be.